a cloak that well it looks like she is in Miami, and she was looking very pretty. One thing about that girl, I'm like, are you a vampire? What is going on? Because it seems like you're aging backwards. Each time they come out here trying to discredit her face card, it's like she posts a video of herself, a current recent video of herself, and it sends the ops in denial and spiral as they begin immediately to accuse her of using old videos. That's just how you know that your face card does not decline, because immediately when they see Nicki posting a video of herself, they go, she doesn't look like that anymore. Well, that's a photo from yesterday, Jonathan. Like, but anyway, did you guys peep that? And on top of that, she also posted, a video, and that both caused chaos with some people saying that she hired it, and some people saying that, oh my God, it doesn't mean that she has money that's long. It's just for hiring. And they even went as far as to asking the company if Nicki is renting or if she bought or owns the boat. Okay, now I realize that my pronunciation can be confusing, because between boat of buying and boat of the vessel that moves over water, I really, there's no difference in how I pronounce those two, but I hope you guys got what I'm saying. So yeah, they even went and take the company, and they were asking, and I'm just like, the obsession has to be insane, okay? But yeah, it seems like she was cruising nicely in a Barbie boat, and it sent the ops over the edge, okay? As if that was not enough, she also posted a picture of the balcony of the hotel that she was, allegedly staying in, and when she was in Miami. And as usual, guess who decided to post a picture of herself standing on the balcony of the similar hotel? It is none other than Advovo BBO. At this point, I don't know if it's just mere obsession, or if the people that accuse her of performing voodoo and trying to destiny swap are onto something. I'm actually beginning to feel like this has to have some spiritual connotation to it. It cannot be normal, okay? A normal person would have a little bit of shame, okay? Imagine waiting for her to post, just for her to also post and say, look, I was also there. Like, when does the obsession stop? When? And I also saw something that was being clogged. I believe it was Got the Scoop who posted it, where a certain stylist posted a certain color of the hair, and that's the same hair that the girl popped up with. And after that stylist posted that, people were like, oh, this would look nice on Nicki Minaj. And guess what? She popped up with the same hair. Come on, guys. I really refuse to believe that this is just me obsession. At this point, it's giving Selena. I'm sorry. No, something is happening. But let me know in the comment section, you guys, what you think about this entire situation. Do you think that this is just simply an obsession? Now, that being said, of course, people are excited. The Babs are excited. They feel like, well, there might be a music video that is being shot by Nicki Minaj, given that, well, March is around the corner. And she did promise us an album in 2026 in the first quarter of the year. Speaking about Nicki Minaj and her ops, it seems like there's a lot of drama that is going on in Advovo BBL, the baby mama, the baby daddy, the ex-husband. It seems like a lot of things are actually going on. They are allegedly trying to jump each other, and now the current girlfriend is trying to fight with the assistant. It's just insane. It's just crazy. Meanwhile, Advovo decided to step outside with, of course, Stephon Diggs. She also decided to share, with us a lot of PDA and At this point, I don't know if this is meant to annoy Offset, if this is exactly how they're feeling, or if this is an attempt to promote the tour, okay? Because people are like, okay, she's already outside. I mean, she recently gave birth, she's doing the most. And personally, what I just noticed is a weird, I don't know if it's Photoshop, I don't know if it's the doctor's touch or what, but there's a photo that when I looked at, I'm like, doesn't Nicki Minaj have a picture like this exactly? And it's just creepy. Like, wanting to look like your op desperately has to be creepy. Like, what's going on? And whilst we are still at it, let's talk about her tour. You guys know that she was out there bragging about how she was declining certain touring deals and certain touring offers, because she was believing that, well, after she releases her album, the offers are just going to become more, because her album would have successfully, increased her worth or her value as an artist on the market. It seems like, well, actually, CB2 did the exact opposite, to the point where she's now even acting like it doesn't exist. She's out there promoting, she's out there promoting and talking about her next album when she hasn't even toured for, for the album that she recently released. And that's just how you know that this girl continues to be delusional, okay? You see, you hear how she's sounding right now, and the shade she's throwing out there. Now, when people check her on her shade, when that third album fails to do well, you will see her crying and talking about, go compare with your peers, blah, blah. She doesn't learn. And that's how you know she's such a bird, because she does not learn. You just were out there facing the consequences of your big mouth, but instead of learning from that, what are you doing? You're still going on ahead and, talking big talk, really. So, yeah, it's being reported that of all her tour dates, she has only managed to sell out 3 of those. And I would like to say I'm surprised, but really I am not, because we all saw this coming. And, the difference between a tour and, of course, album sales is it's very hard to inflate a tour, because at the end of the day, you still have to recoup the money for Live Nation. You still have to. And I don't know if this tour is still going to continue, or if she's going to be canceling it, but it's not really looking good. It's not looking good at all. And I will insert you guys the delusions and the features that she's still bragging about at the end of this video, and tell me, does it ever stop? Is it ever going to stop? Or is she going to continue in her delusions? But anyway, if she likes it, we love it. Now let's move on to the next thing that we're going to be talking about. Day in, day out, we talk about the dangers of Brother Billionaire and Fraudulent Nation on this channel. But when we talk about these things and your favorite artist is still benefiting from, what Fraudulent Nation can do for them, as long as your favorite artist is not being suppressed, you guys have a tendency of dismissing everything and calling it a conspiracy theory. But one thing about Fraudulent Nation is they will only value you when you can still do things for them, when you can still generate some revenue for them. But as soon as you fall off, and this is not just about Brother Billionaire and Fraudulent Nation, but a lot of executives do that a lot. But of course, when you are at the receiving end, you feel like you're larger than life, you are bigger than the program. We've seen it with Ice Spice. They get in your ear and make you feel like you are this invincible, massive superstar, and only for you to start looking at yourself as better than other artists that will be speaking against the industry. They will use you as a mouthpiece to silence other artists when they complain, and that way you guys will start saying, oh, the other artists or the older artists are bitter because they're irrelevant, there's this new person, and they will manufacture success for this new artist. That's what they do. So looking at the cooked numbers on Spotify, on these streaming platforms, the accolades, the fake accolades, they will award these new artists, and in exchange the new artists have to speak about the older artists that will be speaking against the industry. That's exactly their tactic. And one beneficiary of Fraudulent Nation has been undoubtedly Mikisha. Meek Mill at some point was at the benefiting end of Fraudulent Nation. I mean, allegedly people were being silenced on his behalf. Allegedly he was putting hands on Nicki Minaj, and when Nicki decided to include that in her documentary, the documentary got shut down. They were not willing to let that come in the open, that Mikisha was allegedly laying hands on her. And when she spoke about that, people were like, oh, she's just bitter, blah 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 blah. And she tried to talk and to tell people, look what they're doing, they're trying to silence me. But during that time, of course, Meek Mill and her fans and anybody that dislikes Nicki Minaj, they were benefiting from everything that was going on because it was someone they didn't like. And this is the danger of hypocrisy and double standards. No matter how you dislike someone, it's still okay to come up in the open and say that, well, look, you guys, in as much as I don't like this person, this is not fair. Whatever that's being done to this person is not fair. But you guys, of course, let your hate override everything. So now the same Mikisha is out there crying, and I guess for some reason we're expected to feel sorry for him. He's crying that his black billionaire friends are not assisting him. He went on a rant, and he was basically complaining about nobody wanting or being willing to help him. And people are like, "Where's Jay-Z?" Because when you were dining with the Didla, when they were making you hope like a bunny, you were loving it. What happened, Mickey? Like, what is this? I thought that's black excellence. When you come together to suppress women that want to speak up, you're protected for laying hands on women, your DV is swept under the rug, you are enjoying the benefits. But now we're supposed to rally together behind you. But anyway, let me look for the tweets, you guys, and I'll read them out to you. So he said, unfollow all these blog pages. They have been powering fake narratives and controlling the people since 2020. I would get 100 in lawsuits if I investigate all the bad campaigns put out on me to slow me down. Now, Mikisha, when all these bad campaigns were being put out on your behalf, on other artists actually, like Nicki Minaj, you were reaping the benefits of these bad campaigns. But now that it's being done to you, all of a sudden we have to rally behind you and save you from these corporates. And this is why the cycle continues, because they take advantage of these artists. Because when it's not your time, you feel invincible. When it's being done on your behalf, you feel like, oh my God, I'm untouchable. See what's going on right now with Bongo 2. I'm talking about Megan Thee Stallion. At this point, of course, she does feel protected. She does feel like she's invincible, she's untouchable, and all of these things. But years later, the same artist will come out here crying for and wanting us to fight for her, against this corporates. And the same thing happens even with the male artists like Mikisha. And Drake also, I feel like to a certain extent he is a beneficiary of the corporates, and then when they were done with him, they decided to do him dirty. He's the same person who was bragging about Lucian being his baby daddy, and when Nicki was out there complaining about the boating and the streaming and stuff like that, he was benefiting from that system. And so during that time he didn't care. But now, because it's being used against you and you have realized that you're actually now an SLAVE of these people, in exchange of the protection that they offered you, now you want us to all rally behind you and support you, and the cycle continues. Okay, when Kendrick Kendrick was getting all those opportunities, the Super Bowl and stuff like that, of course, at the expense of certain narratives being pushed against Drake, I bet in that moment he felt like a winner. But with time, you will realize that you've just been tied down to a form of musical marriage with these people. And when you try to get out, of course, they're gonna look for another person to use against you, and the cycle continues. And so, yeah, let me know in the comment section, you guys, what you think about that. He also went ahead and said, we can't look up to the big black older artists because they be damn near hating on us, if feel like. But if YT men ask them to do it, they're going to shake their behind for them. I will never get this part. I do not care if I, in the streets and I ain't being around that devil mental warfare ish for money. So the older artists that he's talking about, people started saying that, well, are you alluding to Jay-Z? Are you talking about Brother Billionaire? Are you now saying that these are the people that you can no longer look up to because they shake their behinds for these YT people? Is he who Meek Mill is talking about? Let me know in the comment section, you guys. Who do you think that Meek Mill is talking about? And do you think that his points are valid? Or do you think that, well, we cannot rally behind somebody who was once a beneficiary of that system? Now, let's move on to the next thing that we're going to be talking about. Speaking about beneficiaries and stuff, let's talk about the Megan and the Milagro situation. So you guys know the drama that happened, the day before the final verdict was given, where, the blogs ran and started saying that, well, Milagro won, Megan won against Milagro and stuff like that. On the next day, when everything was corrected, it took them hours. It took the Shade Room and the Neighborhood Talk hours before they updated that they had, in fact, misrepresented facts in their previous posts. And when that news broke, I was just waiting. I was looking and I was like, okay, let's see how long it's going to take these blogs to correct that. And as expected, it took them ages to make right their misinformation. And that just makes me wonder, to what extent are people willing to do stuff like this? Like, how good is the money? Like, Angie, I thought you were a Christian. Like, how come your blog is ran like this? Like, this is what I don't get, okay? And I feel like to a certain extent, this is why people may start disrespecting certain religions, because how can you be dining with the devil constantly and yet you want to stand in here and tell us, like, okay. I mean, okay. But anyway, let's move on to the next thing that we're going to be talking about. Let's talk about Advovo BBL and, of course, the Stephon situation. It looks like she was out there clarifying what transpired, and he had the bestie trying to make sense out of what she was saying. I don't think that after that I'm going to be coming back. So that being said, thank you very much, you guys, for watching, for making it this far. If you have not already, what are you waiting for? Smash that subscribe button and do turn on the notification bell so that you will be notified each and every time that I post. And until the next one, see you.
Is that? I don't know who I'm looking at. Oh, that's Cardi B. Okay. Damn, Cardi B changed her hair that quick? She look like a parrot with this hair. Okay. It looks good though. So she went in there and said, just leaving the club is diabolical. See? They leave the club at 7 o'clock, chat. This is disgusting. Flight in a couple hours. Okay. So clearly Cardi was in the club. I don't see Offset though. Where's Offset? I don't see Offset, but they're claiming Offset was there. Now, Cardi did respond to this. And Cardi said, this is cap. Cardi said, this is cap. She said, where are we at with it? She said, not true at all. So she's saying this never happened. And I'm going to keep it a bean with you. I don't think Cardi's a liar. And also, I did say, I think it's Cardi's responsibility, to the best of her ability, to keep both men apart. Both are baby daddies. I don't care if she fuck with Stephon now. Offset's still her husband, technically, and also the father of like 3 of her children. If she don't want one of these niggas to go to jail or go to hell, she should probably make sure they don't link at all. You probably have within your right to know if your baby father is going to be, and also, he's a popular celebrity. Maybe his name going to be on a flyer. Maybe somebody could give you the heads up. You should know if your baby father going to be at a club, and it's on you at that point. Somebody got to swallow their ego. Yo, we're not going. Because we can't have a Chris Brown, Drake situation in 2025. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. Maybe this happened, maybe it did not. She's saying not true at all. I feel like we would have had some type of video of it happening, although it could have happened like, so the way our booby trap is, most of the celebrities go in from the back, like in the kitchen area type shit. Like, you go in from that way, and that's outside of where the public would see. So the public wouldn't see that, where people are coming in from. So I don't know. Maybe it happened. I don't know, Chad. I don't know. Somebody said what? Somebody said at some point, they both got kids with her. Now it is what it is. Yeah, that's what I think, Cardi should make sure they avoid each other. They don't gotta be friends, but try to get best of your ability that they don't get into anything, right? Don't hit him in the head. All these NFL players got CT. Let's trick the nigga. So anyway, he loved me up in the club because, Cardi B is his woman, blah, blah, blah. He's celebrating his birthday. Okay, look at him. Nah, this ain't booby trap. This is one of them clubs before booby trap, right? There you go. There you go. All right. Nigga look all romantic and shit. I see why this boy have like 20 baby moms. I see why he got 20 baby moms. He making all y'all, well, Cardi's not a hoe, but he making the rest of these hoes feel like they the one. Holy. Damn. Little romantic nigga and shit like that. He grabbed her like he ain't had 5 other kids this year. Yo, Stephon Diggs is a nigga, man. Yo, look at this guy. Yo, Stephon Diggs got like 4 other babies cooking up in the belly right now for other chicks. I think. I don't know. But we know this nigga is a serial impregnator. Like, come on, bro. Women love niggas like this, though. Love them. Anyway, what is this right here? Okay. Cardi B looking good. Yeah, Cardi B giving MILF vibes now, but it's good MILF vibes. Like, on point. On point. Go ahead, Cardi. Okay. Anyway, let me see if I gotta find out. Oh, is it Meek and his new boo? Oh, Meek, she better not be doing a Akash sing on you, nigga. What the fuck? Meek, what the hell? You know what the Akash sing is, right? You going for the kiss and she go like this. What the hell? What the hell? Oh, hell nah. What? Nah. Not the yo, not the chaser. Not the chaser. No. Stop playing. Now, me and Meek, we friends. Now, none of y'all can break that bond. Me and Meek, we're locked in. We're locked in. By the way, Meek, I'm sorry to make the Meek and friends. I heard it was good. Okay, this is his new girl. Is it Tiger? Oh, this ain't Tiger. Oh, this is her right here? Oh, she look like a Kardashian. Booby Trap, the only club in Miami that look like you're in the basement when you're not in the basement. It looked like you're in the basement. The ceiling is this low. When Drake said the ceiling's low, it is low. Because you know everybody go in the club and stand on the couch. When you stand on the couch, your head hitting the ceiling. That's the thing, right? It feels like basement vibes, and it's like cramped together, but that kind of makes for the litness. Let me see. Who is that? Is that? I don't know who I'm looking at. Oh, that's Cardi B. Okay. Damn, Cardi B changed her hair.
I'm gonna do. I don't know if I'm gonna say next era or whatever. I don't like calling shit next era. One thing I'm gonna do for my next album or for my next project or for my next song, whatever the fuck, I kind of just want to go with something that just makes me feel good and just makes me happy. I think my album is great and is amazing, but I feel like I overthink too much. I have super overthink, and the songs that people really like are the songs that to me it's just like it was just like a breeze to do. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like a lot of people like every time. And like every time to me, I didn't really think too much to do. Like I didn't like put a lot of like I don't know if I should say like effort because I put effort in everything. One thing I'm gonna do, I don't know if I'm gonna say next era or whatever. I don't like calling shit next era. One thing I'm gonna do for my next album or for my next project or for my next song, whatever the fuck, I kind of just want to go with something that just makes me feel good and just makes me happy. I think my album is great and is amazing, but I feel like I overthink too much. I have super overthink, and the songs that people really like are the songs that that to me it's just like it was just like a breeze to do. But I just feel like some songs I just feel like I busted my brain to do a lot. Like I just busted my brain to do like